It's really difficult to advocate for our own wellness when we're not exactly sure what's wrong or what we're feeling. So, yesterday I was telling myself I just don't feel good. And I asked myself, okay, so what's wrong? So we can look into what might help with it. And I'm like, I just really don't know. And I do have these conversations literally like this with myself. But I was like, I just really don't know. And I told myself, but that's okay because at least you're acknowledging something's not right. So maybe what we need is rest. And sure enough, that did help tremendously, because I was having an underlying sense of anxiety without understanding or realizing it, along with the depression. And then, as I rested and got my mind clear, it all came bubbling to the surface. And then I knew what to do. So, a lot of times we don't know what's wrong, and it's not something that can pop up on a thermometer either. When I was a kid, I missed a lot of school due to tummy aches. And as we start learning more about anxiety, it's recently been out there that if your kid stays home all the time because they got a tummy ache every day, it's probably anxiety. Get that looked at. But we didn't know this back in my day. I say that like I'm ancient, but we didn't. We really didn't. And I remember calling up in retail. Um, I didn't call in very much at all with retail or my jobs. um but anyways, point being, my boss was like, well, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know. And I think I might have said it like that because I really did not know. I don't have the machinery, I don't have the knowledge to tell you what's wrong, but I knew something was wrong. And at that time it was like my foot was just really bad and I couldn't take it anymore. That was going into my anxiety, my depression, because I knew I would have to be on it. And so physical pain can also contribute to those things as well. But I was so embarrassed, I didn't even know where to begin. What's wrong? I don't know. So I heard this one manager on the sales floor, and he was saying that was one of his favorite lines when he would ask people what's wrong. And I'm like, it's not up to us to diagnose ourselves. You know, if we know something's wrong, something's probably wrong. You know, I mean, we have to trust ourselves. But those experiences of not being believed or not being able to speak up because people laugh or mock or don't understand what chronic pain conditions are, or chronic conditions in general, or where they dismiss wellness, or where they don't understand that sometimes there's something wrong, and it needs to be addressed. So it doesn't progress into something worse. And we really don't need the mockery. But it is hard to advocate for ourselves, but very necessary.